Hello, everyone. My name is Stella Molina. I'm a game art and animation student attending the University of Advanced Technology, and this is my board's presentation. Objective 1. The goal of the first objective is to demonstrate and communicate aesthetic skills and choices based on traditional art theories, current game development practices, and next-generation research. For this objective, I have selected work from my previous college, the Art Institute of Phoenix. Due to credits being transferred from my previous major, media art and animation, I was unable to attend the required classes for this objective. In summary, these projects were chosen because they explore traditional art theories, starting from the basics of the elements of art, to color theory, and to the study of perspective art. Objective 2. The goal of the second objective is to conceptualize and generate pre-production art assets through pre-visualization and prototypes useful for multiple game platforms. For this objective, I have work from both colleges. The works chosen for this objective range from thumbnail art and character, creature, environment, and object concept art. The pre-visualization and pre-production assets are represented by the creation of both thumbnail art and concept art. To visualize the project, concepts need to be created. To visualize your concepts in action, thumbnail art or storyboards come to use. Objective 3. The goal of the third objective is to demonstrate the core skills needed to create 2D and 3D art assets, textures, and animations utilizing industry standard software tools. This objective includes work from both colleges. Each of these projects utilize different software ranging from Clip Studio Paint Pro, Maya, Photoshop, Toon Boom Harmony, and ZBrush. The 2D animations represent my understanding of the basics of animation, 2D art, and the use of Clip Studio Paint Pro and Photoshop. The models of the ancient building, industrial robot, and Mega Gargomon represent my understanding of the basics of modeling, applying materials and textures within Maya. Lastly, the sculpt titled Calamari represents my understanding of the basics of sculpting within ZBrush. Objective 4. The goal of the fourth objective is to create industry quality 2D and 3D art assets such as characters, props, textures, environment elements, and collision objects, or animations, keyframed and motion capture character, environmental, and effects. For use in game projects utilizing industry standard software tools, pipelines, and platform guidelines. Projects in this category use industry standard software such as Maya, Motion Builder, Photoshop, and ZBrush. The project involving Motion Builder follows through the process of how motion capture data is processed and cleaned to make a smooth walk, run, and idle cycle. Projects involving character and vehicle rig teach the steps of creating teach the steps of creating a rig and skeleton from scratch and animating the asset. My favorite work involves both Maya and ZBrush. Creating a character from scratch, exporting and importing into Maya. This project involves creating blend shapes, features needed to give a character facial expressions and movement. I have taken this information into my own hands and have begun developing another character to give life to. Excuse me. Taking in all the lessons learned from these projects, I have learned how to create a scene within Unreal Engine 4. Lastly, the final project in this category involves the use of Photoshop and Maya. Instead of creating textures through Substance Painter, I have learned how to create alphas and textures using Photoshop. Objective 5. The goal of the fifth objective is to adapt, export, integrate, and optimize game art and animation assets, including shaders and lighting, into 2D and 3D game projects, working within a production pipeline and the confines of a project's game engine, tools, and other constraints. The projects in this category utilize industry standard software tools such as Maya, Substance Painter, and Substance 3D Sampler, Clip Studio Paint Pro, Photoshop, Unity, and Unreal Engine 4. Using the production pipeline, I have created 3 scenes using different styles. Each model was created within Maya and textured with self-made textures or pre-made textures within Substance Painter and Substance 3D Sampler. Each asset is imported into Unity or Unreal Engine 4, where the scenes are then assembled. Finally, Objective 6. The goal of the 6th objective is to establish collaboration, mentorship, and professional leadership skills by working with other disciplines to deliver highly polished and completed projects. During my time at the University of Advancing Technology, I have been involved with 3 great teams in production studio classes. These teams, excuse me, the teams worked on 3 unique projects titled Carrier, Draw the Game, and Fizzing's Funhouse. During my first time in production studio, I was assigned to draw the game. In this team, I was instructed by the project lead and art lead to create style-matched, low-poly 3D assets. These assets were to fit the scene of a tavern and a barn. During my second time in production studio, I was assigned to Fizzling's Funhouse, where I was instructed by the art lead to create unique and whimsical backgrounds and props for a 2D children's game. Lastly, during my final class of production studio, I joined Carrier. I was instructed by the design team and art lead to create the game's first ever monster model, the Leviathan. The challenges I faced here were fierce, but they inspired me to fight harder than ever to achieve my goals and dreams. If you wish to contact me, please reach out to me through my socials located on my homepage. Once again, my name is Tyler Molina, and thank you for watching my presentation.